Steve's got a lot going on these days, what with his new house and all, filling up the hot tub and filling up the rest of the place with crap. Here's one of my things I've got. It's a great big book of autographs. Today we'll go with the big blue book of autographs. And check out some of these that I have. So we start off with former President Jimmy Carter. That's right, that's really him. Former U.S. Senator from Wisconsin, Russ Feingold. And former U.S. Senator from Minnesota, Al Franken. Also appeared in lots of movies and was a writer for Saturday Night Live. He's a good guy. Ed Schultz, he was a TV personality on MSNBC. And this, Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall, who lived with the chimps. So I was lucky to get that one. This is Don Francis. He was the lead epidemiologist in the search for the virus that caused AIDS. Very important historical figure in medical history, and the subject of the movie and the band played on. Here's C. Everett Koop. He was the Surgeon General for Ronald Reagan during the 1980s, during the AIDS epidemic. And there's Olympian Shawn Johnson and Olympian Allie Reisman, gymnasts. And there's Kyla Ross, another Olympic gymnast. Jordan Weber, another Olympic gymnast. You see, we're in the Olympic gymnast section now. Another Shawn Johnson. You guys should like these folks. There's Donald Driver and John Kuhn, the Green Bay Packers. And there he is, Ed Hockley, referee for the NFL. And look, he even signed it to Junie. That's our dog. There's Paul Molitor. Met him at a Mallards game here in Madison. As did we meet Roy Sievers. He's a baseball player who I'd never heard of before I met him at that Mallards game. But here's his whole biography. St. Louis native, signed by the Browns. Well, that's what it says. Dick Cavett, famous talk show personality from the 60s and 70s. Okay, yep, here are the Trumps. This is when they were just on that show, The Apprentice. Okay, it was long before what was to come. So we'll just forget about those. There's Tim Gunn, Make It Work. There's David Byrne, Talking Heads guy himself. And I did meet him outside of his concerts in Milwaukee. There he is again, David Byrne. Elvis Costello, again, met him outside of his concert in Madison that was the last show I saw before the pandemic shut everything down. Henry Rollins of the Rollins Band of Black Flag, and he's written a lot of books. He's a pretty interesting guy. Suzanne Vega, big fan of Suzanne Vega. There's Ariana Grande. That was in the days before she was a big hit. That was when she was on that show Victorious. And there she is again. See, Ariana Grande. And then that's Noah something or other. He was also on that iCarly show. Gibby. And there's Jeanette McCurdy. She was on iCarly. And on the show Sam and Cat with Ariana Grande. Debbie Gibson. Been a fan of hers since the start. In fact, this photo was from the start. I got that from her fan club. And there, I got that autograph from Debbie Gibson at a show she did. I don't think which show. Oh, this was the show in Madison when she did the Fruit Fest show. This was from when she was in the West End production of Grease in London. Got that one with Steve. Look, she hasn't changed her inscription in like 20 years. Glad we met. Glad we met. There's Tiffany, contemporary of Debbie Gibson's from the 80s. Met her when she performed at Fruit Fest in Madison. And see, I got this one thinking that like Tiffany would sign over herself, and then I could get Debbie Gibson to sign over herself. But I met Tiffany like a year before Debbie Gibson, and Tiffany signed over Debbie Gibson. So I never did go get that signed by Debbie. Whatever. That's Albina Nahar. And apparently, I'm her #1 fan. But look up her movies. You'll be glad you did. Look, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. Adam West, the original Batman from TV. I saw him at a convention in Chicago. I think I got a photo of him with the Batmobile. I don't know who they are, but I got their autograph also at that same convention. Steve Martin. Yep, that's Steve Martin, all right. Barbara Eden. Jeannie. It's Rita Moreno. She was a big Hollywood actress back in the 50s. Leah Remini. She escaped Scientology. And Holly Marie Combs from Charmed. And there's that guy whose name I don't remember. He's from Charmed. But you know him. That's the Fonz. Henry Winkler. There's the Yellow Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. My sister Chris got this at a convention she went to for me. And there's Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Ranger. She's pretty awesome. Serena Vincent. She was one of the Power Rangers, I think. Weird Al. I met Weird Al outside of his show in Peoria, Illinois. He's a super nice guy. He even signed this picture of him with his forensics trophies. He even signed it to West Forensics. Weird Al. There's Jello Biafra. He was the lead singer of Dead Kennedys, and he goes around doing spoken word tours. He's a pretty amazing guy. There's Julie Brown, not to be confused with Downtown Julie Brown. She was on MTV for a while, had her own show. This one, got for my wife, Michelle. That's John Mellencamp. Carlene Carter, I believe she was opening for Mellencamp. Sheena Easton. She takes the morning train. It's Katy Perry. This is Pete Best. Look, that's him, Pete Best. So I do have one of the original Beatles. But what are you going to do? This picture also has Stuart Sutcliffe in it, who left the Beatles entirely. But Pete Best. Dan Parent. Now he is the main artist for Archie Comics. And I've met him a bunch of times. Look, he's got Raskolnikov. He's a really, really nice guy. You should be his friend on Facebook. Steve Jackson. So Dave will know who this is. Steve Jackson. Founder of Steve Jackson Games and the writer of lots and lots of their games. But there he is, Steve Jackson. He was at a gaming convention in Madison. And he signed a bunch of these bookmarks, as did John Kovalic. John Kovalic is the artist for all of the Munchkin games and several other games and his own comic strips. And he lives right here in Madison. So I've run into him a number of times, from one John to another. And that's all we've got today. Hope you enjoyed these autographs. One of the other great big books I have that I haven't looked at in a while is Steve's Great Big Book of Poems, 20th Century Poems for the 21st Century. Let's read a little poem, shall we? This one is called Toes. Feet are neat, got no heat, no real big treat. Toes. And you know, if you've ever seen Steve's feet and toes, you'd know what this is about. Oh my God, there it is. All right, so sorry about that, but just make sure you get that looked at before you step in Steve's hot tub.
Steve! I hear you got a new house. Congratulations!
Now you've got plenty of room for all your cards and collectible sports stuff.
I can't wait for the invitation to your first hot tub party.
Just don't open trading cards in the tub. They'll get ruined!
Yeah, you already know who it is. Because we've met before. Steve, you already know what I'm here to say. Congratulations on getting a new home. I'm proud of you, and I'm also proud of you for taking my advice and opening up more rookies. Now with this new house, you have a new place to store and display your trading cards and your porn. Now, I also hear you have a hot tub, and because of that, you already know who you got to invite to your first hot tub party. And if you don't, I'll kick your ass.
The new Miss Wisconsin USA 2017 is Skylar Whitty.
Hey Steve, it's Skylar Whitty. I hear you've got some big news, a new house in Oakland Park. Congratulations, that's huge. I recently just moved myself and I know the decorating is a big struggle, but I know you got a lot of Packers, Badgers, and Brewers gear to fill the space up and I'm sure it's going to look amazing. Who doesn't love a new space to get all settled into? Congratulations again. Also here there's a hot tub, so I'll be sitting here waiting for my invitation for that. Congrats, Steve. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, Kelsey, that is great.
Oh boy. I'm waiting for my friends to come. We're going axe throwing today. It's like axe throwing and trivia. What a vibe. But I wanted to share the fit details. So I'm wearing these ripped jeans. These are from Apricot Lane in Eau Claire. This shirt is from American Eagle, but I literally think it was from 6 years ago, so they probably don't have it anymore. This I got at a thrift store. I'm wearing a flannel because lumberjack vibes, axe throwing. And then I'm wearing my Converse. So anyway, I hope we win trivia. Wish us luck.